this is Jessica DeMassa, and I'm here at the Guidewell Insights Lounge at Singularity University's Exponential Medicine. I'm joined by Thomas Goetz. He's the CEO of Iodine. So Thomas, tell me a little bit about Iodine. What is that?
Sure, well thanks for having me.
Sure.
Iodine is a consumer technology company. We develop tools, both web and mobile, for people to make better decisions about their medications, find out what's going to work for them better. It's kind of like a Yelp for medicine.
A Yelp for medicine. I love that. That's a great little buzz phrase.
Time magazine said that, not me.
Oh,
yes.
really? Well,
yes.
There you go. So what are you seeing so far in terms of consumer engagement with the technology? Are you having good uptake?
Yeah, so the whole trick or riddle for us is how can we get people to share their experience on different medications?
Right.
Because what we know about medications is really based on randomized control trials, clinical trials, which are highly artificial, highly kind of managed. And then the drugs go into the real world, and the effect of them can be quite different. So we wanted to understand what happens to real people in the real world on medicines, and how do we use that data to provide more guidance for other people. Well, in order to make that happen, you need to get people to share. So building tools and resources that people not only find useful, but are willing to donate and basically share their own experience is really the trick of the trade.
So we've been hearing a lot about, obviously, data here, and collection of big data, and the opportunity for it. From a patient engagement standpoint, can you talk a little bit about maybe some of the challenges that you guys are having getting patients to engage, to contribute their data? I know security is an issue and all of those things. So talk a little bit about what you're encountering.
Yeah, so it definitely is the main challenge, and I think one of the things that the healthcare industry in general is not very good at understanding who the end user is, and as consumer technology puts it, the end user being the patient. But it's really difficult to get that person, that patient, to really contribute, to share, to participate in these patient engagement programs, their patient portals. It's all, honestly, it's not very well designed in terms of the human experience. So we've really tried to
make it better.
Yeah, exactly. Well, first of all, designing it as consumer software instead of healthcare software. That was really the first insight that we had. So my co-founder is a developer from Google, and we really put a lot of emphasis on things like speed, how quickly can somebody get through a process, how can you develop meaningful insights from the least amount of data. So it's really understanding what consumer technology has spent years and billions of dollars getting right, and bringing that to healthcare.
How does your solution interact with the traditional health system? How is it being,
Great question.
How's the uptake going?
Yeah, so one of our kind of, our mobile strategy basically is to have people use a mobile app that when they start a medication, they use the app, and it kind of, they're able to check in, share their experience. But out of that data, we start to create a loop, or what we generated, a progress report. And those reports can be really powerful for not just the person in understanding their experience on the medication, but also for the doctor.
Sure.
Because oftentimes the patient, this is largely chronic care, outpatient setting, so the person leaves the doctor's office with a prescription. The doctor has no sense of whether it's working or not for months. So we basically create a real-time awareness of what's happening to that patient.
And what kind of feedback are you getting from providers on this?
Yeah, so we thought, actually, it's been very positive. We thought it was going to be more suspicious, more concerned that we were, in effect, replicating what the doctor is supposed to be doing. But frankly, doctors are outmatched in the amount of expectations that we have around what they're doing and how closely they're monitoring patients.
Sure.
And so building software that can actually automate those processes that are typically manual, that's what software is for.
Right. So, as far as like some of these other exponential technologies that we are seeing, and talking about here at xMed, what do you think has the most potential to impact the consumer experience moving forward?
So the thing that I think is cool about what it's all very cool, but I've for many years I've talked about the future of medicine and observed future medicine. What I think is actually changing and very promising is the ideas around artificial intelligence, machine learning, and bringing basically some sense of predictive intelligence to help guide the patient journey, so to speak. What is the best course of action for a patient? And I think that's a lot of what you see is thinking about, okay, what is the layer of artificial intelligence that we can bring into care that makes for a not only more informed patient, but also a faster kind of movement through the trial and error process.
So what in your opinion, what area of healthcare needs to be disrupted next?
Oh, goodness. Well, all of it.
All of it? Okay, good.
I'm excited about the changes that are coming to the insurance industry. Not what we're doing, but I'm excited about it generally. I think the insurance, there's some pressure from the ACA that is moving some top-down systems, but also some bottom-up innovation that I think could be really dynamic and really change what we expect as people, as consumers,
Sure.
out of our insurer relationship. Providers, I think providers are going to have more, they need more time. The rate of physician burnout is exorbitant.
I've been hearing a lot about that.
Yeah, so creating tools that not only make them more efficient, but also more happy and fulfilled in the care that they provide, I think that's going to be a huge, it's aligning incentives, right? We want better care, but unless you get physicians to want to use a new tool and something that works into the workflow and benefits them in a day-to-day basis, you're not going to kind of foist the tool on them. So,
Right.
so those are kind of the tricks of disruption in healthcare and medicine.
Sure.
are unique.
Excellent. Well, Thomas, thank you so much for joining us
Yeah,
here.
no, this was fun.
We appreciate your input, especially on the consumer engagement side of things and hearing how technology is really making a difference in that experience for the patient. This is Jessica DeMassa reporting from xMed in the Guidewell Insights Lounge. Thanks.